Jimmy, our tale of the tape.
You see Pat Curran 13-3, Alvarez a stunning 21-2, and those victories have come against some top talent. Like we said, Kawajiri, Hansen, those are huge names, very tough fighters.
And Jimmy, your inner circle.
But no confidence for Curran. Eddie has said he wants to start fast and break Curran's will. Look for him to hit fast and hard. Keep the pressure on. Curran hurt Imada twice in their fight and backed off both times. Eddie tends to get dropped in fights. If he is, Curran has to follow up and finish because he won't get many chances. Securing his place. Eddie Alvarez is in the top 5 in his weight class. Every performance of his is a statement to the other 155-pounders in the top 10. What statement will he make tonight?
Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 presents the first world title fight of 2011. Sponsored by Hannah, the new action thriller starring Eric Bana and Cate Blanchett, in theaters everywhere Friday. This title fight sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribal Department of Athletic Regulation, Chairman Bruce Boozum. Supervisors cage side, Mike Mazzoli and Mike Murtha. And now from Mohegan Sun, a world at play. We go inside the cage, 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Lightweight World Championship. And now introducing first, fighting out of the red corner at 5'10", weighing in at 154 pounds. His professional record, 13 wins, 3 defeats. From Crystal Lake, Illinois, the Season 2 lightweight tournament winner, Patty Mike Curran. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the blue corner at 5'8". He weighed in the same at 154 pounds. The well-rounded veteran brings 21 professional victories against only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in MMA from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the defending Bellator Lightweight World Champion, Eddie Alvarez. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
Procedure instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Protect my friends at all times. Touch gloves if you like. Let's fight.
This Bellator World Championship fight is under the unified rules of MMA. It is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Elbows to the head are allowed, both standing and on the ground, and there is no kicking or kneeing the head of a grounded opponent.
Sir, you ready? Fight!
Round number 1. Our Bellator clock is presented by the new action thriller Hannah, in theaters everywhere Friday.
Now, Eddie said a fast start is vital. I want to let him know he's not on my level.
Pat Curran is in the gray trunks. The champion Eddie Alvarez is in the white trunks. Already chance of Eddie ringing through Mohegan Sun.
I've said it before, I think Eddie Alvarez might be the best pure boxer in MMA. He has great hands, good head movement.
Just like that. Lead right hand.
But look at the... It's not just the right hand, it's that he angles off and he throws it, then he's out of the way.
Alvarez barely landed with that kick. Curran didn't even flinch. Alvarez not getting through with that right hand.
You know, Pat's got to throw. He's got to throw enough to keep Eddie Alvarez from getting confident.
Alvarez told us in the fighter meeting, Jimmy, he thought Pat Curran was going to run. He did not think he would sit in the pocket and trade.
Well, he backpedaled a lot against Toby Imada. Oh, look at that straight right down the pipe. Speed kills. I'll say it over and over again. When I spar, a guy that hits me hard doesn't scare me. A guy that can hit me and I don't know where it came from, that freaks you out. That's Eddie Alvarez. He does both, actually. Pat Curran taking the center of the cage, but not really throwing anything.
Look at the movement by Eddie Alvarez, the lateral movement, Jimmy. Look at the footwork.
Moving his head as well. He's one of the few guys I talk to. You know, I own a boxing gym, you know, Sweet Science MMA, and the boxing trainers there talk about Eddie Alvarez like a boxer, like, man, I'm really impressed with his hands, and that's rare. Not a lot of boxing guys are impressed with the hands of MMA fighters. Eddie Alvarez has pro boxing level hands.
Curran, though, Jimmy's just landed 2 left hands. Step in right by Alvarez, misses. Straight left by Curran. Right to the body, landed left to the head, missed by Alvarez. Again, the chant of Eddie. Thigh kick by Curran. Alvarez did not flinch on that. So much bounce in the step of Eddie Alvarez.
I think part of the strategy here might be for Pat Curran, you know, take Eddie Alvarez's measure, show him I'm in it to win it. I'm not just going to fold in the first round.
Alvarez with a single leg takedown, gets the back. Curran right back to his feet. Waist cinch now held by the champion Alvarez. Alvarez applying pressure.
One thing all of his training partners have told me about Pat Curran, he has great takedown defense. We're seeing that right now.
Knee by Curran, not much on that. Looking for the inside trip is Alvarez. Good knee by Curran on the counter. Avoided the takedown, landed the knee.
But every second that goes by that he's in this fight, Pat Curran, his confidence is going to grow. He's going to think, hey, this isn't so tough. I can stay in here with this guy.
Chopping thigh kick by Curran, who does not look intimidated.
No, he does not. You know, if Eddie Alvarez thought he was going to have his way in the first round, he's doing well, but he's not having his way with Pat Curran.
Alvarez letting go with the hands. Uppercut with the left hand by Alvarez. Simultaneous jump knees. Bit of a smile from both fighters there.
One thing Alvarez is good at are those body shots. He's good at working the ribs.
Again, there's that almost flailing step in right hand by Alvarez. Left by Curran.
Curran starting to find his range here, starting to get the timing of Alvarez a little bit.
Live next Saturday night on MTV2, it's Bellator 40, which again will feature Bellator's 170-pound world champion Ben Askren versus UFC and Sengoku veteran Nick Thompson in a non-title super fight. The broadcast will begin at our regular starting time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central.
Now, I'm impressed with Pat Curran's takedown defense so far. Remember, Josh Neer had no answer for the takedown of Eddie Alvarez.
Curran was a high school wrestler in his native Florida. Straight right hand by Curran. Bolo punch there by Alvarez, but missed with the right hand. Curran missed with that right hand. 2 to the body there by Alvarez. He looks like a boxer, not like an MMA puncher when he throws those body shots.
Oh, he certainly does not.
Stiff left jab by Curran. Both fighters looking for one more big shot in round number 1. Round number 2 of this Bellator World Lightweight title fight. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
10-9 Eddie Alvarez, but a very close first round. Pat Curran started counter-punching a lot more effectively the second half of that round.
Pat Curran is in the gray trunks. The champion, Eddie Alvarez, is in the white trunks. Curran feinted with the push kick.
I thought Eddie landed a little bit better and was obviously a bit more aggressive.
Good sprawl there by Curran, then through the right knee. Curran just missing with that right hand over the top. Curran much more stationary. Alvarez a lot of movement side to side. There's the push kick from Curran.
No, Pat Curran not pushing anything. He's waiting for Alvarez to come in. He's trying to land that counter shot.
When Curran defeated Roger Huerta, he was so effective with the push kicks in that bout last May. Left hand by Alvarez comes forward. Feinted the shot, got Curran to sprawl. Big uppercut. Just glanced though.
He has to counter, he can't wait. You see there, there's a difference. It may look like the same thing, but when Pat Curran is standing there and he's firing back, that keeps Eddie at bay. If you're just standing there looking at him, that's gonna be a problem. That's what Pat Curran is getting caught doing, standing there looking at him last couple minutes.
Alvarez applying the pressure. Putting Curran's back against the fence and throwing lefts to the rib cage. Another left to the body.
That's what he's so good at, those body shots. Not used that effectively in MMA.
Pat Curran, of course, trained by his first cousin, Jeff Curran. People say legend a lot in sports. He's a legend in MMA, Jeff Curran. Fought in Pride, WEC, of course, in Bellator. Instrumental in getting Pat Curran into this title fight.
You say legends, he's a pioneer. He's one of the first ones out there, well-rounded, just really an outstanding fighter and trainer.
Straight right hand by Alvarez.
And you got to give Pat points for composure.
right hand by Alvarez. Again, look at the lateral movement of the champion, Jimmy.
Yeah. In and out, back and forth, good head movement.
He throws some wide, wild shots. Those bolo punches, those uppercuts, yet Curran not countering.
You see Curran trying to time it. I think Eddie Alvarez's movement is making that very difficult, but Eddie's throwing wild punches, and that's not good against a counter fighter.
Knee by Curran. Alvarez looking for the outside trip. Well defended by Curran.
Now it's interesting. Pat Curran never had that Division I wrestling experience. He was never a standout grappler, but his takedown defense is really excellent.
Knee by Curran as Alvarez applying all sorts of pressure. Chopping kick by Curran. Alvarez right back undaunted. Good body shots.
Man, you can hear those. Pat Curran nodding like, all right, you got me.
Uppercut by Alvarez. Straight left hand by Curran.
And what that does is it brings your elbows down. You're worried about the body shot. You pull your elbows down to your ribs, and that's when the right hand comes over the top.
Lead right hand by Alvarez. Again, you see the sprawled in the knee by Curran. Cousin Jeff Curran in the corner yelled yes on that. Obviously, they've been working on knee from the sprawl on the shot. See Alvarez fishing for the outside trip. There's the good balance of Curran, again the knee. Another kick by Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie has faith in those body shots. They pay dividends. Do them early. By the fourth, fifth round, it's very hard to breathe. Remember, this is a 5-round fight.
Deep into round number 2 of this Bellator World Lightweight title fight. Pat Curran versus the champion Eddie Alvarez at Bellator 39. And the champion Alvarez looking for the takedown, going for the single leg.
Eddie Alvarez got hurt by that knee coming in. Got hit by it. I don't know if he was hurt, but he's putting pressure on Pat Curran now.
Left to the body by Alvarez. Dying seconds now of round number 2. Warning to Alvarez from referee Keith Peterson for holding the fence. Curran with the elbow.
So you ready?
Not sure if it was noticeable on camera, but Zach Makovsky, Bellator's 135-pound world champion, is in the corner tonight of Eddie Alvarez, his regular training partner. Round number 3.
Well, Alvarez is starting out banging now.
Again, this for Bellator's world lightweight title.
I think Eddie has realized this will not be easy. I need to turn it up to get this kid out of here.
Pat Curran is in the gray trunks. The champion Eddie Alvarez is in the white trunks. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
Well, I have it 2-0 for Eddie Alvarez, 20-18. There are 2 decisions to be made here. Eddie Alvarez, is he going to turn it up like we're seeing him do here? He's starting out more aggressively to try and get this kid out of here. And is Pat Curran going to decide, is it enough to hang with the champ, or do I want to win this fight? Do I want to start taking rounds?
Jimmy, I asked Eddie Alvarez 2 days ago in our fighter meeting, if you win and you win all 5 rounds, but it's a decision, will you be disappointed? Without hesitating, Eddie Alvarez said yes. Then he paused and he said, well, if it's a war and Curran gives a gutsy effort, no, I won't be disappointed. But clearly Alvarez says that he wants to finish, and he says that he trains to finish fights. Throwing the right hand there is Alvarez.
Yeah, but Eddie's certainly throwing with more authority in this round than he has in the previous 2.
Left hand by Curran. Curran trying to stick out the jab. Alvarez stepping in with the right hand. He's throwing a lot of straight rights from that southpaw, or rather from that conventional stance.
He likes that right hand lead. He throws the right hand and then angles. Now going southpaw. He's so slippery, he's tricky, he's very hard to get a handle on. But he drops his hands a lot, so we'll see if Pat Curran can take advantage of that.
When southpaw, conventional, and loading with the hands there.
Nice uppercut.
Curran missing with that jab.
Oh, good uppercut again.
The short left by Alvarez.
The thing is, like I said, Eddie Alvarez gets dropped in just about every fight. It's not like he has a granite chin. He gets dropped, he comes up, and he keeps fighting. So Pat has to know, if I can land that one good shot, I got a good chance here.
A trickle of blood coming out of the left nostril of Eddie Alvarez. Thigh kick there by Curran. Alvarez lands so effectively to the body even when he misses the head. Another sprawl from Curran.
I like what Eddie Alvarez is doing here. He's showing a lot of maturity. He's picking his spots. He knows he's winning this fight. He's not getting frustrated by the fact that this wasn't an easy fight, that, Pat Curran, he hasn't landed those huge shots yet. He's landed some good ones in this round. He's showing that championship maturity.
This is the 24th pro MMA fight for Eddie Alvarez. Just the 3rd time that he has been into round 3. For Pat Curran, it's his 16th pro MMA fight, and it's the 9th time that he has been into round 3. Alvarez normally does the business pretty quickly. Good body shot there.
Great body shots. You see the pain on the face of Pat Curran.
Curran tried to answer with a jump kick. Straight right hand by Alvarez. Good inside, deep inside thigh kick by Alvarez.
Getting hit in the head can knock you out. Getting hit in the body makes you want to quit. That's the difference between those two shots. You get hit in the body, man, I don't want to be in here anymore.
Curran took a big step back to the body, then the big sweeping left to the head, and a straight right jab to the face of Curran by Alvarez.
I think Eddie's finding his range now, especially with those wicked body shots. First big takedown.
Driving his man down.
Now, one thing we've seen, especially against Roger Huerta, Pat Curran is very hard to hold down. You can get him down, hard to keep him there.
Curran trying to scramble to his feet.
And he does.
Did not want to play on the ground. Short right hand by Curran. He's in an awkward position here in the closing stages of round number 3.
See, Eddie Alvarez going for that outside trip, trying to work the takedown a little bit.
Body shot with the left hand by Alvarez.
That's the problem, is it's body, head. As soon as you think, man, I got to watch out for these rip shots, that's when he comes upstairs.
Alvarez has been effective to the head, Jimmy, but he's been really effective with those punches to the body.
You see Eddie now, a little bit of smile on his face. He thinks he has the timing and range on Pat Curran. That was his most dominant round yet.
So you're ready, fight.
The bell and round number 4. Jimmy, on your unofficial scorecard.
3 rounds to none for Eddie Alvarez, 30-27. I think Pat Curran needs to step it up here. He has to make that decision I talked about earlier. Is it good enough to hang with the champ, or am I going to win this fight?
Pat Curran is in the gray trunks. The champion Eddie Alvarez is in the white trunks. Again, this for Bellator's world lightweight title.
Man, I am so impressed with the body work of Eddie Alvarez. Some of the best body punching I've ever seen in MMA.
Jimmy, some people believe in this thing called moral victories. I don't believe in moral victories, not in MMA and not in life. I don't think Pat Curran is thinking, well, if I go 5 rounds against Eddie Alvarez, it's a moral victory. I think that he believes he can still win this fight, and I think he's going to try to win this fight.
I agree.
What does a moral victory get you? A loss. Nice right hand on the inside by Curran.
Man, you seem pretty harsh on the moral victories there, Sean. Dang.
Just too much talk, Jimmy, in sports about moral victories.
Man. Well, I guess there's some out there, I know guys who have made a whole career out of I almost sweat kicks and Gracie. So, hey, sometimes they're out there.
Curran definitely came into this title fight thinking that he could win, no question.
Yeah, definitely.
And he said, interestingly, that he was more confident for this fight versus Alvarez, who he did concede is the best opponent of his career, than he was for either the Huerta fight or the Amada fight last year.
I think he knows that I'm on the championship level. I fought championship guys and I won. I didn't beat Eddie Alvarez, who's the best, but I'm on this level. I deserve to be here. That's a huge mental step. And he's being very aggressive in this 4th round.
And again, credit to Pat Curran. He may be down, Jimmy, on your unofficial scorecard, but he is not fighting just to survive 25 minutes. He's still trying to win this fight. Alvarez, though, looking pretty comfortable here in round number 4.
Both guys really enjoying what they're doing. They're nodding at each other. They're talking.
Again, the chant of Eddie here at Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut.
Now we're seeing some blood, I think, out of the nose of Pat Curran.
A lot of Alvarez's fans have made the trip from Philadelphia.
Yeah, his nose is bleeding a lot. Problem with that is it interferes with your ability to breathe. It runs down the throat. Hard to get a full breath.
I believe the blood is coming out of both nostrils.
And will those body shots slow Pat Curran down? Now in that 4th round, he's been eating those for a while. Hard to get a full breath.
Alvarez definitely feeling pretty good about things. You see from his movement.
Man, that nose is leaking badly. I don't think it's broken, but he is definitely bleeding a lot out of his nostrils.
Straight right hand by Alvarez.
Man, that head movement of Eddie Alvarez is incredible. It's like a cobra.
Alvarez continuing to stick to jab, then the thigh kick.
Kind of a style almost reminiscent of those who saw Prince Nassim Hamed in his prime. Low hands, but unbelievable head movement.
I was thinking about Prince Nassim Hamed. Interesting you said that, Jimmy. I was thinking about him in round number 1. How unorthodox Alvarez looked, and yet still so effectively landing those punches.
Oh, man, he's got him hurt now.
Alvarez backing up Pat Curran. Perhaps sensing a finish in the closing stages of round 4.
But Eddie Alvarez has a lot of respect for the power of Pat Curran. You can tell. I think he walked through a lot of Roger Huerta's shots. I think he's showing a lot more respect to Pat Curran in this fight.
Alvarez not getting through with those punches, but Curran stepping backwards. Curran sticking out the left jab. 1-2 by Curran, but both missed the mark.
And now just walking it off a little bit.
Alvarez has the skill, the speed, the timing, the accuracy to land the uppercuts, the bolo punches, the big wide shots from very, very difficult angles.
And it's all about speed and angling. Those are his keys to success. He's very fast. He never stops moving, always lateral side to side. Hard to time a guy like that.
Look at that, an uppercut and then 2 straight left shots to the face.
Good takedown, now going for the guillotine, but like I always told my guys, no guard, no guillotine. He does not have the guard.
Alvarez popping his head free. See a lot of blood coming out of both nostrils of Pat Curran's nose. Into our 5th and final round of this Bellator World Lightweight title fight. Jimmy, once more on your scorecard.
Well, once again, it's another round for Eddie Alvarez. I have it 4 rounds to none.
Pat Curran is in the gray trunks, the champion Eddie Alvarez in the white trunks. And Alvarez so emphatic in saying, I train to finish fights. Push kick attempt there by Curran. Single leg shot, and the takedown by Alvarez. Curran right back to his feet.
Pat's so good with that takedown defense.
Curran, that was clever, trying to turn out of the waist cinch.
That going for the switch, that's classic wrestling.
Alvarez sticking out the left hand. Alvarez was a very good high school wrestler in his native Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, a very tough wrestling state.
This is our 5th and final round of this Bellator World Lightweight title fight. Pat Curran, who earned this title shot by winning Bellator Season 2 155-pound tournament last year, versus Bellator's first and so far only World Lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez. With Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. Glad you're with us for Bellator 39 from Mohegan Sun, live on MTV2.
Now, if you're Pat Curran right now, you got to let it all hang out. You're taking on the champion. On my scorecard, he's down 4 rounds to none. You do not want to leave this to the judges. You're in Eddie Alvarez's backyard. It's time to go for broke.
Look at Alvarez shuffling his feet. Talked about Prince Nassim Hamed. How about Sugar Ray Leonard circa 1982 there?
Crowd getting a little upset because Pat Curran is waiting back, looking to counterpunch. He's not being as aggressive as Eddie Alvarez.
Alvarez trying to drive his man back. Curran continuing to pump the left jab. He's never really found a home for that punch in this fight. Alvarez letting go with the hand once more.
Pat Curran doing a good job of covering up at the right time. His defense is pretty sound, but he's just not firing back like he did in the first 2 rounds. But Eddie Alvarez, man, still moving like crazy. Still on his bicycle, still moving around. A lot of footwork. And we're in the last 2 minutes of a very tough 5-round fight, and he is still moving.
Body kick by Curran. Alvarez just walked through that. That's a nice left hand by Curran.
Going for the flying knee, hit him with the left hook.
Alvarez obviously feeling in full control of this title fight. Alvarez with the outside kick, then backs off.
I heard his corner just say, you got 1:30 to make this happen. That's all he has left. His counter-punching has not been effective. He might have to just go for broke here and throw.
Push kick by Curran. Alvarez with the right hand.
Eddie just such an elusive target.
Big uppercut by Alvarez. One of his best punches of this fight, certainly his best punch of round 5.
Good left hand.
Into minute 25, the final minute of this bout.
Pat Curran still firing back, still trying to win. His face is a mess.
The champion Eddie Alvarez looks in full control. A hop there for emphasis in the center of the Bellator cage.
I've never seen that as a setup to a takedown. Hop and then double leg. Never seen that before.
There's the takedown from Pat Curran. Open guard from Alvarez.
What can he do with 30 seconds left, though?
Alvarez now in a tight, low, closed guard, then opens his guard, tries to shrimp. Alvarez punching with the left from the bottom. Shots through the top by Pat Curran. Looking for a miracle finish, Jimmy, and Alvarez back to his feet.
And they are slugging till the final bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Judge David Torelli scores the fight 49-46, while judges Brian Miner and Carlo Urso both see the fight 50-45, all for the winner by unanimous decision, and still a Bellator lightweight world champion, Eddie Alvarez.
Credit to Pat Curran. He did not try to survive. He tried to win, but Eddie Alvarez looked just simply world class, getting the victory in his first defense of his Bellator World Lightweight title.
I'm here with your winner, Eddie Alvarez, who's running away from me. That's cool. I have that effect on people. Eddie, he did not come to survive this fight. Pat Curran came to win. Is that what you expected?
Yeah, guy's got a hard head, man. He could take a shot. Same kind of fight I got here at the weight. I was starting to find my rhythm, and he just stuck in there, man, through thick and thin. Tough kid.
Were you surprised at his resilience? You hit him with a lot of shots, never really had him hurt. He was in it the whole time.
Absolutely. I wish I had the heart he had at his age. So Pat's going to be a champion, no doubt, and my hat's off to him tonight.
What are your thoughts? It's your first title defense. What are your thoughts on the rest of the guys at 155 pounds? Patricky Pitbull looked amazing tonight.
He absolutely did. Guy's got a lot of weapons. I thought Toby was going to be able to outwork him, but it didn't get out of the first, and Patricky's super dangerous in the first. Looked great. I'm looking forward to fighting that guy.
Well, thank you very much. Your Bellator 155-pound champion, Eddie Alvarez, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's up, guys? This Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.